right. So on this news segment today, this is kind of an interesting thing. It hasn't been. It's starting to get some news traction out there. I wanted to bring it to the forefront so people can be prepared. And I got this report over at from Mike Adams at Natural News. By the way, Natural News actually came under attack. Their website was attacked. That's a whole nother thing. But because of their discussion about vaccinations. But nevertheless, this one is about weaponized coronavirus invades the USA as world panics over possible pandemic. And this is not to fear monger or anything like this. This is just reporting on what's going on. So the next wave attack against humanity has been unleashed, the so-called novel coronavirus, that's 2019-NCOV, is now spreading across mainland China. And with the Chinese New Year travel surge underway, Chinese residents are exporting the virus everywhere. Confirmed cases have cropped up in Taiwan, and the CDC has confirmed that at least one patient in the United States has been infected and hospitalized after being misdiagnosed for a week, during which he most likely spread the infections to others. And this is as covered by Alt Market. It says that the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention on Tuesday confirmed the first U.S. case of coronavirus. It's killed 6 people in China. The CDC and Washington state officials said the man in his 30s was in good condition at Providence Regional Medical Center in Everett. The symptoms presented Sunday and the diagnosis was confirmed Monday. So going on, it says that the confirmation of human-to-human spread in Asia certainly increases our concern. And that's from Nancy Monsignor, director of the National Center for Immunization and Respiratory Diseases. So going on, it talks about that the cases have been spreading to Japan, South Korea, Thailand, Taiwan, the Philippines, Australia, and now the United States, reports DC Clothesline. And also, the question is it already in Mexico? One case of coronavirus has been confirmed in Mexico involving a 57-year-old Asian man whose stops included Tijuana, Beijing, and Wuhan. Wuhan is where it had all started. And besides where it started, it says upwards to 20,000 people already infected in China, according to estimates. Of course, what type of confirmed information can you get from China? But 20,000 unconfirmed cases, according to Imperial College of London. They've confirmed 440 cases, which is equivalent to almost 20,000 unconfirmed cases. Going on and talking about this, and this is where it gets very interesting, is it a bioengineered weaponized viral strain? What seems obvious from the rapid adaptation of this viral strain, which has now achieved human-to-human transmission, is that it's been engineered as a self-replicating weapon system to achieve globalist depopulation goals. The long incubation period that seems to be presently observed allows the viral strain to spread in stealth mode, largely undetected until a payload fully activates. The longer incubation period, the more people are infected and become silent carriers, even if they don't know they're infected. Currently, the coronavirus is believed to have a low fatality rate, something less than 5%. However, this may change as the viral strains adapts or is altering through transgenic effects emerging from exposure to other circulating viral strains. Now, bottom line is humanity is now under a serious threat from these engineered bioweapons. What's very interesting, I read one report, is that people that are getting the vaccination seem to be the ones that are spreading it. And that's something that you need to do your own research on. The recommendation is that for this best remedy that works best against this particular strain, however, is entirely unknown. And if you're affected or you're afflicted with this coronavirus, you should seek out immediate help from a naturopathic physician, because if the CDC gets their hands on you, they'll probably deprive you of any access of natural medicine while they take biopsies and blood samples and turn you into a human lab rat. So
take some garlic.
Take some garlic. There you go. So those are some things that's going on. It's spreading, and it's in the United States now. So be aware. they're also saying that it could have the effect, if this thing transmutates as what they're seeing, is that it could possibly spread and become like the 2018 swine flu epidemic that hit worldwide, which I actually had relatives that passed from that. So there you go. There's some information on this coronavirus. You need to be paying attention. Make sure that you're taking health effects. Now, I wanted to say this. There have been 3 cities now in China besides Wuhan, 2 others besides Wuhan. They've been shut down, locked down. They're not letting people in or out. And now they're having supply chain issues where there's no food in the grocery stores. And there has been an increase in robberies and crime because people are trying to find ways to eat and survive because there's no food coming in or out.
Well, I'd heard that a while back because I was reading something on this earlier this week or last week, and that they had been very closely monitoring planes that were coming from the Asia area. I have no idea.
Yeah, in fact,
but they very downplayed it. They didn't. It wasn't.
Actually, they are. They've added 2 more cities. I think it was Chicago and Atlanta are now checking. There's about a handful of cities that they actually are doing active work to identify people that are coming in with fevers. So,
hey, you guys, do you have anything you want to say about this, Sherry?
It just comes more and more and more clear that we're going to have to trust the Lord for more and more of the stuff that's coming at us at these days.
Yeah. And the recommendation
we need to be out there and be, we're supposed to do our part. But then there's the part where we look to the Lord to order our footsteps around the problems, look to Him to just do whatever is needed to preserve our life, to preserve His people's life in the earth.
That's right.
That's what always comes to mind when I hear things like that. And I mean, like I said, it doesn't mean we're just act stupidly and go, just like people, I'll stand in front of a truck, it won't hit me because I believe in God. Well, you better move. We don't do things like that, but we pray and we ask Him to be a watch guard over us, over these things that are coming on the earth.
That's right. Mark, did you want to jump in there for a second?
I think we take for granted just what we do have here in the United States. The ability of different organizations to monitor what's going on and keep us safe. And, we hear these news stories and they branch out from one direction to another into other countries and on a regular basis, I do thank God for being able to be born in a country like this, to live and maintain in a country like this. We virtually just never have to worry about it. We never have to, or we don't think about it. Unless you are infatuated with the fact that it could happen, which I'm not. I let the Lord lead my path, and I don't worry about these things, though I'm aware of them. I think we forget sometimes how blessed we are to live not only in a great country, but and to have a God that does monitor our lives around us, the people around us, our environment around us, the ecosystem. I'll tell you what, that's one thing that is rarely talked about, is the ecosystem. Each one of us have our own ecosystem. Matter of fact, I taught on this on the virtual conference we had several years back, is ecosystems and how that works even with God. And I think we take it for granted, and we need to be aware of that and thank God every day and on a regular basis.
Yes.
For what
Thank you,
we
Mark. I want to say welcome to Terry, who is the lady who we've been speaking of that took the fenbendazole and has seen complete healing in her body. So welcome to the chat room. Anyway, you may have been listening, but now we see that you're here. So it's so good to have you. One of these days, we're going to have her come on and give her testimony.
We are richly blessed to bring you what we believe is the fullest, most diverse, yet up-to-date progressive teachings, discussion, and prayer programming you can find anywhere on this planet. Be sure to take the tour of the MessianicLambRadio.com website. I'm Susan Hoogie, thanking you for joining us on the Messianic Lamb Video Network.